Hi there. Some people were asking me how the build turned out that I showcased for my league start in 3.2 in SSF Hierophant. This is what the build is finished like at the moment. See, I've already resettled on the spell damage, and I decided to path a bit differently here and leave out the Mortal Conviction. Instead I went for a bit more damage in this direction and picked up the Fire Node. Pretty much, but the rest of it is pretty much like what my build was planned as. I picked up a lot more spell crit because I felt like it would work better, especially since I'm using Flame Totem as like ultimate setup. And I'm gonna show you a map that I would have that I ran on SSF, and this is all SSF on gear, so it's like far from optimized. That's only what I picked up. Like, I'm gonna run a tier for Canyon, and so you guys can see like how the map is working, like how the build is coming along. And let's just see. I didn't play the build in like a week as well, because at the moment I'm working on a Reef project, and I might do a YouTube video for that as well, guys. But right now, let me show you what the totem build turned out like. I'm on each trial right now. So this is the whole fun. I put in Magma Orbs. Magma Orb is the spell I went with. It's not Frostbolt, it's not Spark. Decided on Magma Orb, and it is quite fun. It clears super good. You can go up to like tier 10s with this easily already, and it's only on a 4 link, so I guess you can probably even make way better stuff happen for this build when you have like real gear. Like, the best stuff that I dropped was actually bubonic trails, like the Lich boots. Since I got those Lich boots, I decided on getting some of the jewels, but it was all pretty improvised in my first push in my first week. And as you can see from the basic build planning, it works as intended. I'm using the Sire of Shards, I'm using 4 totems as it should be, and I'm not using any auras or so, as I said. I could probably use a curse aura or something, not even that I'm doing right now. Also, I have found a Val Clarity, which is pretty cool, because that way you can, for example, if you don't have mana and you really need some mana for example, for spamming your totems more or whatever. Now let me show you the bossing thing is, as you can see, a bit better with Flame Totem. So I decided on a solo, on a 4 Flame Totem setup for a solo target. But it works just as well almost with the Magma Orb, so you can decide for one or the other. At the moment the bossing damage is a bit worse, definitely. And as you can see, we decided here on the unique boss deals more damage map with 2 bosses as well. So it's a bit rough right now. As you can see, it's pretty much still no problem to clear that. And yeah, that's pretty much like one Canyon map. You could run higher maps with this. I mostly farmed on tier 6s, tier 7s, tier 8s, and I went up to level 86 with the build. So that's the entire story, basically. 3 didn't change a lot. I did pick up some spell crit, but I still went for the quad totem. I went for these nodes, I went for the totem damage, and I went for totem crit here, and then I decided on picking up spell crit as well. I pathed a bit differently here and picked up some extra fire damage because I was feeling like I'm lacking a bit more damage than survivability, because to be honest, with 4.6k HP you're pretty fine, even like if it's pretty low, but you are on a totem build, not really in the front line, you don't get as much damage as usual. And we could even pick up Mind Over Matter here, since we're not using any auras. That would be a big boost to our survivability, and I was considering that next. So my next some points would probably be filling up Cyan Life Wheel and going for Mind Over Matter, and then we have like a 93 build that is super stable. and should be workable for way more damage, even if you manage to get a 6-link on your Sire, or if you manage to get a 6-link for your Flame Totem combo, which is right now like just not optimized. Yeah, and that is the build pretty much. This added a big boost to my damage as well, obviously, because we got 40% more damage, because we were using 4 different jewels. But all of these jewels are really bad as well. Most of them just give me like 25 or 30 life and some movement speed or whatever. But yeah, that was a short showcase for you guys on YouTube to check out how the build went in the end. And I'm pretty okay with it, and see you next time. Peace out.